Hello, my name is Iluda Ko, a soon-to-be senior at Ames High School. I'm a Korean American that comes from an immigrant household, and these are the people, events, and things that make me. And before talking about myself, I need to start off talking about my mother and father because they're the people who literally made me. My mother is a professor, a feminist, and truly is a queen in the household. Basically, my father and I are peasants. She came to America because she wanted to achieve her dreams of becoming a professor one day, and I witnessed her achieve her dreams right in front of my eyes, and she was the first person to truly show me that anything is possible despite all odds against her. My father is a pastor, a coach, and the opposite of a stereotype of a middle-aged Korean man. But it did kind of hit a midlife crisis here. He bought a red Mustang. So it hit a midlife crisis. He's hilarious, he's understanding, he's the best support system in the world. And yeah, he's quite the goof, as you can tell. He likes ping pong, he likes tennis. Speaking of tennis, this year, after 10 years of being here, he finally approached the language barrier head on and wanted to become the assistant coach for the Ames High School boys and girls tennis team. And he made me so proud, bringing back championships, trophies, and great experiences overall. And I thank everyone here for making that possible. And although everyone didn't talk to him, it means a lot. On December 14th, 2000, I was born in a city called Seoul, South Korea. It has been one of the biggest cities in the world, but South Korea in whole is only the size of Iowa. It's my home away from home, and my whole family is there, and I think it's the best food in the world. I'm a little biased, and it's a part of me that I hit the most because of immigration. I moved here into Los Angeles, California when I was 5, and immigration is rough. To put it in a hashtag form, it's hashtag trust the process. Our whole family was here because my mother was studying and working here. It was a 2-year process to get our green cards, and it will be a 5-year process to get our citizenship. But we're here for over 12 years. You might be wondering, what about those years that weren't accounted for? Well, those were the years that we were sitting on our visas, praying to God that the government will hear us, listen to us, pay attention to us. To this day, they still aren't, but we pray that one day they will, and I thank everyone here for being my support system. When I first moved here in California, it was humble beginnings. We didn't have a lot of money, but we went through, and I was having the time of my life until the recession hit in 2008. Tim Mooney once said, my favorite A-push teacher is, he said that depression is when you lose your job, recession is when your neighbor loses your job, but I didn't laugh during that joke because I was a kid that the family lost their job in. This is when I began to seriously wear a mask. We went back to Korea, my father and I, because of financial reasons, and I couldn't fit in at all. Different education system, I didn't grow up there, I could barely speak the language. Without my family, I wouldn't be here right now. But thanks to the man above, we finally moved back into America, into Missouri, where my mother continued her PhD there. Missouri was an interesting time for me. This is where I first faced racism head on, not microaggressions, in-your-face racism. And this is where I dealt with coping strategies, such as basketball, football, and my strange addiction of buying shoes left and right. I'm so sorry, Mom. But this is also when I kind of became a bully. I was a hotshot at the school. I played basketball, I played football, I was a track athlete, and I wore the nicest shoes on the block. My friends and I were kind of mean. We picked on people, and I am not happy to say I did. But I one day want to own up to and apologize to them. Right now, I still have not the opportunity to apologize to everyone I can, but one day, hopefully, I can. Afterwards, though, we did move to Iowa, and I was really lonely at first. I'm thriving now, but I was lonely then. I had no friends during the first summer there, and I only had 3 friends, my mother, my father, and my music app on my phone. This is when my mother and I shared lots of music together, and my father as well. My father would be like, hey, listen to Chicago, album 16, you're gonna like it. And I was like, hey Dad, listen to J. Cole, 2014 Forest Hill Drive, you might like it. I'm sorry for the cuss words in there, but you might like it. My mother also showed me Billy Joel. Oh, I love Billy Joel. I really do. And I continue my music career here. I'm in band. I love band. It really made me who I am. I don't know where you and Buttermore Thompson are, but they did shout out me before I started here. And also, my other strange addiction is cars. That is the midlife crisis Mustang my father bought. My mother bought it, but I'm gonna say my father bought it. But it somehow ended up in my hands after it got rear-ended. And her name was Ruby. She taught me a lot. And that's my current car, Maggie. She's a stick shift. My parents can't drive it. It's excellent. And this is a car. This is the car that I actually paid for, like a large majority of it, and I need to continue to pay for it. It's a large responsibility. Hopefully I won't die. And that's my best man, Boss Kuso. My ride or die. He's always there to keep me in check, and I love him dear to God. Without him, I wouldn't be here because I would probably been falling freshman year on my face. And before I leave, I do need to talk about God. I don't want to be all religious, but He is the man who helped me take off my mask when I moved here to Ames, Iowa. God helped me a lot, and I am a Korean American, and I know that's a culture within itself, but at first I didn't get it. I didn't know if I was Korean or American, and I hoped and I prayed that one day I'll find someone just like me, which I did here. Weird on how things turned out in Ames, Iowa. And now I can freely say that I am who I am. I'm not going to walk out the door with a mask on, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much for your time, and hopefully when you go to your classroom, you'll see a kid wearing a mask and you can help take it off.